Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. The more you try to be liked, the less people respect you. And no one teaches you this. In fact, society trains you to do the opposite. Be nice. Be agreeable. Don't upset anyone. But psychology says this behavior slowly destroys your confidence and your value. Psychologists call this the approval trap. And once you understand it, everything starts to make sense. Why you overthink messages. Why you replay conversations in your head. Why you feel anxious after saying yes when you wanted to say no. Your relationships, your habits, even your self-worth. All of it is influenced by this one psychological pattern. You don't want peace. You want approval. And that's the problem. But here's where it gets even worse. Most people don't even realize they're trapped in this cycle. They think they're being kind. They think they're being understanding. They think they're being mature. In reality, they're slowly training people to ignore them. Here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't pull away because you're boring. They don't pull away because you're not good enough. They pull away because you make yourself too available. Psychology shows that when something has no cost, the brain assigns it low value. Attention without boundaries feels cheap. Kindness without standards feels weak. Availability without self-respect feels desperate. And people may never say it out loud, but their behavior always reveals it. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. This pattern isn't ruining your relationships. It's rewiring your brain. And this next part explains why your confidence keeps disappearing year after year. This happens because your brain is obsessed with safety. From a psychological perspective, approval equals belonging. Belonging equals survival. So your mind learns one rule early in life. If they like me, I'm safe. That's why you avoid conflict. Hide your opinions. Laugh at jokes you don't find funny. Stay quiet when something bothers you. Your brain thinks it's protecting you. But here's the reality your mind doesn't understand. Respect is not created by comfort. Respect is created by boundaries. When you constantly adjust yourself to others, your identity becomes blurry. And when your identity is unclear, people don't know how to value you. Psychology calls this self-erosion. Little by little, every time you betray your own needs to keep someone happy, your brain learns one dangerous belief. My needs don't matter. And once your brain accepts that, so does everyone else. If that made you uncomfortable, good. It means this message wasn't for most people. It was for you. Because here's the truth you've been avoiding. You're not tired. You're not unlucky. You're not misunderstood. You're exhausted from performing a version of yourself that isn't real. Psychology also shows something powerful. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with clarity. When you say no without guilt. When you pause before responding. When you stop explaining yourself unnecessarily. Your brain sends a new signal. I trust myself. And when you trust yourself, people feel it subconsciously. Not because you demand respect, but because your nervous system stops begging for validation. If you want to break this cycle, start with one simple habit. Pause. Before replying. Before agreeing. Before explaining. That pause retrains your brain to choose self-respect over approval. And here's the paradox of psychology. The moment you stop trying to be liked, is the moment people finally start taking you seriously.